It's late evening and I've just arrived at Gladhouse Reservoir in the Moorfoot Hills. I have canoed here in the past, but my plan this time is to walk round to the wooded perimeter of the reservoir, or as it was once called, the Moorfoot Loch. From the road verge, it's just a short walk through the gateway down to the loch. It's a wonderful loch. It has an area of about 460 acres and is the largest body of fresh water in the Lothians. I have strung up my Hennesay Hammock between two trees with the luxurious carpet of green grass below. The hammock is interesting in that you enter it via a slot in the end of the actual hammock itself. You push yourself in, then sit down, and then draw your legs up inside the material, which snaps close with a Velcro seam. It's very comfortable. I pitch the fly sheet almost horizontal where possible, as it lets the wind flow through easier. It has a midge net which is sewn in and prevents you from getting bitten, obviously. It's very good. For speed I use a tree hugger with rappel rings and just pull the hammock up through that. It's a very quick way to pitch and is great. I do love at night just listening to the sounds of the forest or the sounds round about me. And one of the things that was quite interesting here was you could hear just the plop of the fish jumping out on the water. That was quite a nice sound, just for a change. I was awoken fairly early in the morning by the wind, which was blowing a gale, and there was heavy rain at the same time. I was fairly dry though, which was the main thing, and though it was stormy, it did ease off a little bit, and by about 6:15 it wasn't quite as bad. However, I didn't get up at that time. Another hour or so on, the rain had left and I was left with a beautiful morning. As I set off on my walk, a solo fisherman out on a boat was casting away trying to get his breakfast. It was a good start to my walk. I am walking round the loch in a clockwise direction, firstly heading north through the Blackrig plantation, then turning east along the northern shore to Gladhouse itself. At this stage it passes pretty close to the road, as you can see, with the cyclist going past. A long burial kist was found on the north side during a summer drought of 1959, and on the southern shore, which I'm panning round to now, there was 3 kists discovered in roughly 1903, which they think marked Christian burials. They've never been properly excavated, and a lot of the details about them are lost. I thought these cloud formations were absolutely beautiful. The colours against the sky is a pan round, very dramatic, particularly the way the sun's just hitting the hillside. It was a beautiful day for the walk. There in the distance you can see Dunlaw Wind Farm. Like most wind farms, you only ever seem to see 1 or 2 rotors turning. Never quite sure why that is. I particularly enjoyed the mixed woodland, from spruce to Scots pine and the normal broadleaf trees. Absolutely fantastic. I'm now just walking along the northeasterly stretch, heading towards Gladhouse and the actual area where the fishing boats leave from. Just going to stop here and just take some photographs around the Gladhouse itself. Can't quite work out how it was named or where it comes from, but nonetheless it's in a beautiful, beautiful setting. Attractive as they are, these are not the bluebells of Scotland. These are wild hyacinths, which tend to grow in southern Scotland, where the harebell, which is the Scottish bluebell, tends to be slightly different to this. There's a close-up. It's really a lovely flower. here's a nice view over the weir to Gladhouse Mains in the distance. I really love this group of trees, they look so majestic. I think they're Scots pine, I'm not sure to be honest, but they're very nice. Trying to get through these reeds and rushes down at the shore close to Maudesley Farm was pretty tricky. It was a bit wet underfoot and I had to just make sure where I was stepping. Fortunately I had my staff with me and that always makes a big difference. I just love the colour of the grass here, and that looks as if it's either a fox or a badger set under the trees. Sometimes I came across actual parts in it that were impenetrable because of the undergrowth and the way that the trees were all grown so close together. This is a bit just like that, where I had to turn around, go back and find another way through. It just made it more interesting. This small bridge down from Huntley Cottage takes you over the South Esk River, which feeds into the reservoir. It was a lovely little spot down here, and it was getting close to the last of the mixed forest before I came to the real spruce type plantation. This strip of trees goes almost directly from east to west, and it is quite a narrow strip, but it's quite interesting to walk through it. What I found mostly was lots of gun cartridges and lots of wood pigeons that I could hear leaving from the upper branches. So I think this must be where they get their pigeon for their pigeon pie. Getting closer now to the end of the walk. Soon she'll be back in the grass clearing where I had parked the Landrover, back at the hammock as well, which I'll have to unpack or unpitch, that is, before I head off for home. But it's been a really great walk. A bit windy though overall. However, I would certainly recommend it to anybody. Yep, what a way to finish. Boots off, cup of coffee and just a little bit of a relax before I set off to drive home.